So anyhow, after that woman, I moved back in. I'm there 6 months. I'm outside rescuing a dog one day in December, and a car drives up. And the woman, along with her other friend that looked like she was about to kick my ass, says to me that she's been dating him and she just found out that he's cheating on her with me. And I'm like, oh God. Naturally, he denies it. He's denying it while the woman is like in front of me. And finally, he's like, okay, he just comes clean. And yes, it's true. Comes home. We have a blowout, whatever. I just feel like shit and it doesn't matter because 2 weeks later, he takes me to Cancun. Now, granted, everybody who dates him goes to 2 places, Cancun, New York City, always. And you're probably going to visit all the same places that I went to, the women before me went to, and yada, yada, yada. But anyhow, he took me to Cancun, and I still could not let this go. And so then he's pissed off that I won't let it go. Why am I still riding that freaking horse? Why are you still doing that? Like, let it go already. It's in the past. Take note, this is how a narcissist works. Their poor behavior is ex-nayed by gifts, trips, money, affection, whatever they can do to get you to like forget that they just did what they did. That's what they're going to do. But you don't forget. So we come back from Cancun 2 weeks later. I move out. I'm gone 1 day after he like treated me like crap. Literally had to move out like fast. Get out. Hate you. The very next day after I left, calling me about how much he loves me and how sorry he is. And I fell for it again. So I leave again, 5 hours away this time. And we just start this long distance relationship. At this point, I'm still like, I'm not ready to give up on this person. And I keep telling him, that is what I did wrong. I kept telling him, I don't want to give up on you. There is good in you. I know there is. Trying to fix him, trying to fix me, and he's like actively telling me, yes, I want to be better. You deserve better. You deserve for me to be a good man. Yeah, I do. I deserve a good man. It wasn't him though, but it's what I thought at the time. So because we're 4 hours away, I can't keep tabs on him, which makes him very happy. This is the perfect relationship for a narcissist. Main supply, far away. All the little supplies everywhere else. This includes family and friends, okay? Supply is not just the attention that you get from the women or whatever partner you have. The supply is everyone. They get something from everyone, not limited to a partner. So he's still cheating, but because he's so far away, I don't know anything about it. I just pretend, and whenever we get together, whenever I'd go to the valley, whenever he would come up and see me, I mean, I knew it was happening. It was so obvious, but a lot of times I would dismiss it. Sometimes it would annoy me and I'd say something. He would get annoyed that I was annoyed, and he was so sick and tired of me hammering him all the time about cheating that I never knew how to let it go. Well, that's because you're always cheating. So eventually what I did, because I didn't want to be found anymore, I got off of social media. Like, I closed everything because I was so tired of women looking for me and telling me that he was cheating with them. I knew he was a cheater, and I, for whatever reason, because I felt like such a loser, stayed with him. And I really didn't think that I was ever going to have any better at this point. Like, this is how convinced I was that I was just a loser and this is all I deserved. And so I just closed all my social media so that I wouldn't hear from anyone anymore. So 2 years ago, my son decides to move internationally, and it was the easiest way for him to keep in touch with everyone, to post pictures and all that. So I opened up my social media. Fortunately, I didn't hear from anyone right away. But then comes 2022. I move out of my place. We move in together. And in November of last year, very first weekend of November, it's a Sunday. We're leaving Galveston. I'm recording. We're on the motorcycle. I post a video of us. It doesn't even show us. So I don't know how this woman who contacted me that day, immediately 5 minutes after I posted the video, she contacts me asking me, how do I know her man? Let me tell you. So I tell her, and she tells me to keep that sorry ass lying piece of shit. This is what everyone would tell me. Like, there were some women that were really mean to me, and like as if it was my fault. And it would just hurt me. I was always upset that on top of that, he was cheating on me. All these women were mad at me, but I realize now that they were mad at me because he didn't care if they were mad at him. So naturally we fight about it. He tells me to stop riding the horse, like, get over it already. Like, let's just move forward. It's out in the open. It's done. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to be a good man. Right. Then on November November 21st, the one he was having an affair with when we first started our relationship, she writes to me. Fuck. See, but with that one, he actually came clean. I already knew because I'd already read her message, but I kept it to myself. The whole day, he kept calling and how much he loved me, and we needed to talk about something. It was going to be serious, but he loved me, he loved me, he loved me, he loved me. I already knew what it was, but I just thought, well, let's play this game, whatever. I'm so used to this already. So I come home, he comes clean. I tell him I already know. I tell him how supportive I am of him, about how he's now just come out. Like, I'm so proud of him for being honest and telling me, before he even knew that I knew that this was happening. And so naturally, like, inflation. Now, what I do regret is that the next day I did write to this woman because I had been so angry with her for years for never understanding to get the hell out of our lives. But I realize now that it wasn't her, it's him. He's so manipulative that he just, whenever he can't get something from you, or like with me, because he would get so frustrated with me because I was always on him about cheating. He goes out and he just looks for it somewhere else, right? And so it's not her fault. And I feel really bad about the response that I gave her because I basically told her, I'm never leaving him. I'm going to fight for him. Blah, 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 blah. He's mine. So I tried to be like really good and tried to be like this supportive and trying to show him like, look, I'm here for you. I've been here through everything. Like, I'm still with you. I'm not giving up on you. And so in December, he went to go see his parents and I was supposed to go with him because it's out of state, but I wasn't able to go. But we'll leave that on the back burner for a little bit. Move forward after the new year into 2023. Let's see, February, March, he had me spiraling. Like, I didn't know left from right anymore. I was always crying. I was so miserable because of the things that he was doing and the things that he was saying to me. I love you, but I don't like the way you do things. You don't do this right. You don't do that right. But I love you. And eventually he started like pushing me out to leave, like to move out. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I am so like angry with him, hating him. I don't want him. But at the same time, I'm still fighting for him. At the same time, I still don't understand, why am I not good enough? And I have all this in text messaging. Keep your messages, keep your pictures. You have to have proof with these people.